Hey, my feel good friend. I've got a question for you. Have you been showing up on social media? I know if you've been listening to this podcast, you are interested in marketing your brand on social, but have you actually been showing up? If you haven't, that's totally cool. I'm not here to judge you, my friend. I'm just here to offer a little bit of help and a little bit of homework. I have decided to host a hashtag Tell Your Story challenge through the end of the year. Basically, every week I am showing up on Instagram and posting a new prompt on Wednesday to help my people share your beautiful, amazing, awesome stories. If you've been listening to the podcast for a while, you know how I feel about storytelling. Actually, I have an episode, number 33, that is titled My Number One Tip to Improve Your Content and Boost Your Conversions, aka The Secret to Storytelling, because I truly believe that storytelling is the best way that we can up our know, like, and trust factor with our audience. It's a way that we can stand out on the crowded platform that is social media so that people want to buy from us and not the Jane Shmane brand over there that's just like yours, but not as cool. And also, storytelling actually helps to connect with our audience and customers on an emotional level and can compel people to want to buy from us. In that episode, number 33, I go into details about how we actually purchase from our emotions, and storytelling is one of the best ways to tap into emotion if you want to get super nerdy about it. But basically, all you need to know is that you need to be getting personal on social media. You need to be showing up. You need to be sharing your amazing stories and connecting with your people. Because if there's anything that we've learned this year, it's that consumers want to buy from people that they know, like, and trust. And so you need to be showing up for your brand with your pretty smile and your amazing story. And my hashtag Tell Your Story Challenge is going to help you do just that. So why am I talking about this? Well, I wanted to invite you to join me through the end of the year at least. If people are loving it, I might keep up the prompts, but basically check in with me on my Instagram account at FeelGoodSocial. Every Wednesday, I'll be sharing a new prompt that will really help you to tell your brand story in a purposeful way and connect with your people on that level. It's a way to be held accountable and actually show up consistently on the platform. And if you post in response to my prompt and tag me at FeelGoodSocial in your Instagram post and hashtag Tell Your Story Challenge, then I will be checking those and I will show up and send you a little love in the comments, okay? So that you don't have to feel like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be posting and getting vulnerable and it's scary and nobody's going to care. My friend, I'm there for you. If you tag me at FeelGoodSocial in your prompt posts, I will totally comment on your post and spread all the joy and love because I want to hear your story. I know how scary it can be to show up and get vulnerable and all the things that just make you kind of crawl on the inside. And you don't have to feel that way. I'm here for you. I will be posting the answers to the prompts myself and sharing my story through the end of the year. And I would absolutely love to have you join me. So that said, what I would love for you to do is go ahead, head to Instagram, check out my account at FeelGoodSocial. If you're not following me, give me a follow, drop a comment on one of my posts and tell me who you are, where you came from, and that you're about to do the challenge with me because I'm so excited to hear from you. And I will totally give you some love and a follow back if you let me know who you are. I promise if you reach out to me, I will totally be there for support for you. Just make sure that I know who you are because, you know, there's robots on the platform. And also, I don't always follow back. Let's be honest. I love to follow people who actually love me and are following me for me. So just tell me that. So for this week's episode, I wanted to go ahead and just do this, invite you to join me for my Tell Your Story challenge. It's super easy, super free, just basically accountability storytelling on social media through the end of the year. Hit me up at FeelGoodSocial. I would love to hear from you. And I thought I would go ahead and share my answer to the first week's prompt. The first week's prompt is to tell your brand's origin story. And your brand's origin story is so important to share because people are interested in where you came from. It can help them truly connect with you, relate to you, and see you as more than just a brand. And I know that that can feel maybe a little mundane, or you might think, does anyone really want to know about this? But yes, of course they do, my friend. They want to get to know you. The more you can share about where you came from and how you got to where you are today, the more relatable you become for your ideal people, the more like they feel they know you, like you, trust you, connect with you, all the things. And honestly, people are interested. They just want to know who they're buying from. So, what I would love for you to do is just think, how did my brand become what it is today? What transformations have I made? And I also want to encourage you to not shy away from the weird, tough, hard things, from the struggle. Struggle is something that we all relate to on that personal level. And honestly, if you don't share the hard things in a purposeful way that relates to your ideal audience, then people might not trust you, right? Not everything in the world is bright and shiny all the time. And so if you can share your struggle and share how you overcome it, I promise that your people will respond. So that said, head to Instagram. You will see my prompts. They kind of stand out in my grid. I'm at Feel Good Social once again. And check out my suggestions in that post for how you might want to start your stories and other things that I encourage you to do. But I thought for now, I would go ahead and share my answer to this so that you can get to know, like, and trust me on that personal level, right? So what is Feel Good Social's origin story? Well, I always kind of laugh at this question because honestly, I have never really been a big fan of social media. I've always kind of found it to be annoying. I feel kind of like cringy or weird on the inside when people are using the platform in like an inauthentic way. And I just think it's so time consuming and addictive and all those things. And so I've not spent a lot of time and energy on social media leading up to creating my social media marketing business. And so it's kind of funny when people ask me, well, then why the heck did you create a social media marketing brand, Kins? And this is what happened, my friend. You see, a while back, my boyfriend and I decided to do the whole quit your job and travel Asia for 6 months thing. We got the travel bug. I sold my car, we just made it happen. And we suddenly sparked this idea, hey, we're going to become climbing influencers. We're going to start a blog. We're going to get Insta famous. We're going to travel the world for free for the rest of our lives, right? If you're a travel nerd like I am, that's the dream. And I have to tell you, the Instagram fame never happened. I ended up actually quitting the blog about a month into our travels because I thought it was just taking up way too much of my time and energy. And I was tired of stressing out about taking the right photos and writing all the things and all that stuff. I was like, I just want to enjoy my travels. So that is what we did. And the thing is, while I didn't continue the blog and all of those things, my eyes were open to the world of using social media strategically to market yourself and market businesses. I hadn't really been a fan of it or understood it up until that point. Kind of funny now that I think about it. But I did start to see that world. I was introduced to that world and I kind of, it sparked creativity in me again, which I can't complain about. So when we came back from Asia, we moved to a new mountain town in Colorado. And I got a job at a new restaurant real quick to make some money back because we were pretty broke, let's be honest. And I shared with the owner all about my travels, the blog idea, the social media stuff. I told her how, I love photography and writing and all those things. And so one day when she was just complaining about how much time and energy social media took up for her and how she couldn't write captions because English was like her third language or something, she looked at me and she was like, hey, you know how to do the whole social media blogging thing. You need to help me. And basically hired me on the spot. And I was like, okay, let's do this thing. But the good news is I was pretty good at it. I found that social media could really be a creative outlet for me through the photography and creating graphics and writing captions, all of those things that I really do love. And I started to really enjoy it. And also the strategy part of it totally spoke to my nerdy side. Let's be honest, I can nerd out on all the things social media strategy. And so I actually ended up really liking it and being pretty good at it. And because I was pretty good, I started just gaining clients through recommendations. The owner of the restaurant recommended me to another person. He recommended me to another person. I started gaining more and more clients, gaining more and more experience, learning all the ins and outs of the program. And soon I decided I needed to make this whole biz thing legit. But honestly, my big shift in my business when I really kind of embodied what Feel Good Social is today is when I realized that I actually not only kind of enjoyed social media marketing, but that I could actually use my brand to combat all of those things that I don't like about it. The disconnection that it breeds, all those feelings of comparison syndrome and whatnot, how time consuming it can be, the importance that people put on vanity metrics, all of those things could be incorporated into my brand as things that I don't believe in. And I could really promote those ideas that I truly, truly in my soul want people to feel when it comes to social media. I want us to use social media in the least time consuming and most genuine way possible that is actually going to get you results and drive deeper connection so that you feel good when you are using the platform. That is what Feel Good Social is all about. That is the brand that I have created. And that honestly has been a pivotal moment in my brand for turning Feel Good Social into what it is today. And it drives my passion for my business. So that's kind of Feel Good Social's origin story. It all started with a girl who was kind of annoyed with social media, didn't really like it, but found out that social media can be used in a way that we actually enjoy, and we can market our businesses on social media in a way that actually works and we feel good about. So now I want to ask you, what is your brand's origin story, my friend? Please share it to Instagram in the upcoming weeks, okay? Once again, I'm going to be sharing prompts every Wednesday to my @FeelGoodSocial account on Instagram. Head over there, give me a follow, hit me up in the comments to let me know who you are and that you're going to be doing the challenge with me. I want to hear your story, my friend. Your story matters. Your story deserves to be heard. And sharing your story can do the most to really boost your success on social media. I truly believe that. So head over to Instagram, check out my prompt posts of the week, check out the tips that I share, let me know that you're joining the challenge, and post about it, man. Make sure you tag me @FeelGoodSocial, #TellYourStoryChallenge so that I can see and leave you some love in the comments, because once again, I know it's scary to share your story, but I'm totally there for you, my friend, okay? So go ahead and do that. Hit me up just so I know who you are. Share this episode or share my story prompts with whoever you think needs a little push to post to Instagram to finish up this year. I know we all need it right now. And I truly believe that your story matters, and I cannot wait to hear it. Thank you so much for listening, my friend, and I'll catch you next week. Thanks so much for listening, my friend. For show notes and a whole lot of other awesome freebies, visit feelgoodsocial.com. Simply go to feelgoodsocial.com for all the goods.